Thank you very much for this opportunity. My short talk will be about troubles and opportunities and hopes, about a real experience that we had from bench, not yet to bed, but we hope so. So, in order to have the framework of what I'm telling you very shortly, I would like to tell who we are. Don Gnocchi Foundation is a chain of research hospitals. So we are not a company, we are not academia, we are something in between. Basically, it's a more than 50 years old foundation dealing with rehabilitation and doing research. We have several centers, 30 centers in Italy, with with now about 4,000 beds. So we take care of people. This is the main mission for rehabilitation. But we also do research. So what's the meaning of doing research in such an institution? This was the founder, was a Lombardy priest, and the idea he had was to restore as a whole the suffering man. So the mission is still very present independently from faith or religions, but it's still very present in our foundation. And how to cope with that? As far as research is concerned, we are recognized by the Italian Ministry of Health as an excellent center in rehabilitation medicine. And within the framework of rehabilitation medicine, these 7 lines of research are present. In particular, the first one is technological research. So that is done within the department that I chair, that is named Polo Tecnologico. Polo Tecnologico has this kind of organization, and you can see on the right side an R&D unit with some areas including biophysics and nanomedicine and some infrastructures. And on the left side, you can see another unit within Polo Tecnologico that is a technology transfer unit that we created a couple of years ago, including 3 functions: business development, clinical advisory committee, and regulatory aspects. We have about 5,000 medical doctors within the foundation, so it's quite easy to exchange ideas and have a clear vision of clinical needs daily. So our story in this field is as follows. Since 5 years, we are actively making research in nanomedicine, and we started with a specific team that is transdermal systems, drug delivery, and not only. This research program was born internally, observing daily the need for a better way to monitor and treat patients with chronic long-term disease and improve their quality of life. So we applied to research calls in this field, and we won in sequence 3 projects, mainly from Italian Ministry of Health and from, for instance, Carpenter Foundation calls that are anyway peer-reviewed. So we arrived lately to a nice proof of concept, and some venture capitalists that were collaborating with the Carpenter Foundation and other institutions declared their interests. As a consequence, we received some seed capital from those venture capitalists to improve the prototype and filed at the moment more than a patent on this theme. So we started to explore potential buyers world. And for doing so, we hired in our R&D system some people, in particular a guy that is present here, coming from industrial marketing, who, it was a good idea. He effectively established the market survey program, thanks to his network, and also thanks to this initiative, and because we are not a not known institution, at least in Italy, at the moment we have potential industrial partners for our projects. We also have intellectual property. But at the moment, what we have to do is a choice of a realistic way to complete the technology transfer process in order, from one side, not to lose control, and at the same time, not to impose to our institution a DNA modifications. We are a not-for-profit research institute. We are not a company. But we want everything. We want not to lose the control, and at the same time not to change our story and our mission. How can we do so? So let's come to the theory I can extract from our experience. A research hospital like we are, from now on the acronym I will use is the Italian one, IRCCS, that means research hospital, but it was shorter to write. Is an hospital, first of all, is an hospital having beds and taking care of people, but committed not as a secondary outcome, but as a primary outcome, committed to perform translational research. That is, we heard this word a lot of times today, that is, research whose results must be translated from lab bench to patient's bed in a small, medium term. In other words, IRCCS shouldn't do basic standalone research, but applied research. And this is not a problem. All research hospitals do that. The problem is the second point of the meaning, that is, moreover, they should oversee the translations of it towards clinical applications. But oversee the translation of research towards clinical applications means not only the first and immediate meaning, that is, to test internally, maybe with clinical studies, the added value of different treatments. For instance, internally generated assisted processes, but also from external contribution from pharma companies that ask research institutes to help in clinical studies. But this testing, I was saying, is only a first step of translating towards clinical application. And this is not enough for a sustainable model. So we know that the technology transfer landscape today sees a situation in which advanced results, even after IP of R&D, are considered definitely early stage by industry. Industry do not want to co-develop with basic researchers. And almost no one is funding this technology transfer gray region.